The following was recorded in front of a live studio audience at the Studio 21 Podcast Cafe. This is the United Podcast Network.
Put that hammer down. This is the Don't Do It Yourself podcast.
Don't take the risk.
The New England Contractors Referral podcast that begs you, the homeowner, to put that hammer down and get the referral of a ready, reputable contractor from your host.
Our motto is put the hammer down.
No nonsense, Nance.
That's what we're here for.
And Tommy Two Shoes.
You can't get a word in edgewise with a woman
not
anyway.
with a woman,
you know
that's
that.
right.
Join us as they guide you through the maze and refer you to the right man or woman for the job.
Right now, I'm at Studio 21 Podcast Cafe.
This is the Don't Do It Yourself podcast. Here's Tommy.
Put that hammer down. That's right, folks. We're back to the Don't Do It Yourself podcast. I'm Tommy Two Shoes. I'm here with No Nonsense Nance. You all know her. And what a show we get today. What a show we get today. We have my dear friend Amanda Bruen. And she's been on the show before. But she's started in with a new company. And things have changed. So we want to make sure that our listeners can still reach her and get in touch with her and have her do the right thing for them. She is the best, I'm telling you. Nance, why don't you go ahead and ask her a couple of questions and maybe she can introduce herself and the company, and we'll get everybody rolling.
Hi, Amanda. Thanks for joining us again.
Hi, Nance.
Great to see you. So, Amanda, your new business is Cameron Prestige. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. So now, is that part of the what is that? The National Association?
We are members of the National Association of Realtors,
Okay.
Meaning that we have the ability to still be a member and be with Realtor.com.
Which is huge. Yeah.
Cameron Real Estate Group is a standalone company as well. They're a subsidiary company. And Cameron Real Estate Group, if you're a member there, you don't have to pay dues into the National Association of Realtors. So,
okay.
A lot of agents that are new agents that are starting out that don't have the money
right.
because dues are pretty expensive, and it's a great learning curve for somebody. And then if they would like to graduate to be a member of the National Association of Realtors, then they can join Cameron Prestige.
Excellent. Okay. And you've been a realtor for quite some time now.
Almost 22 years.
Yeah,
Yes.
excellent.
Best I know.
Okay, and you have there's a name that you go by. Is it the Get It Done Girl?
Get it done, girl.
Okay.
Get it
Okay.
done, girl.
So are you getting it done with the new Cameron Prestige?
I am getting it
Excellent.
done with Cameron Prestige.
Okay. So now Cameron Prestige is fairly new to the real estate world, right? They started in what year?
2004.
Okay.
To be
Excellent.
exact.
Okay, and you have been with them since?
January.
Excellent. Okay, and it's going well.
Going well.
It was a good move for you.
Very good move.
New and exciting.
New and exciting. And there's a lot of different opportunity than the standard, Coldwell Banker, Keller Williams offers, which Keller Williams is who I was with before.
Right.
But Cameron allows you to get involved as an agent in the investment side of the business.
Oh, wonderful.
And so I can, if I have some money that I want to invest, I can determine which projects I want to get involved with. They have a whole list of properties, and you pick which one you decide you want to get involved with. And
That's great.
the time frame is anywhere from 6 months to a year, depending on how long you want your money to be tied up. And then you can make anywhere from 10 to 20%.
So what do you mean? Like, so I know they do some things that that they didn't. That Keller Williams does not do, like flipping, stuff like that they do.
Correct.
Is that where you'd get involved in what you were just describing?
Exactly.
Okay.
So I can get involved in my own flips, and they can join me as a partner, or I can also just get involved in the projects money-wise. They can leverage my money, and then I get paid a return at the end of the project.
So let me ask you a question. Does this mean, like, say I got to get out of a house.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, I'm in trouble. I got the banks haunt me. Got to get out of it. Would those people buy this house so I get out from underneath it and then put it on the market and you get a chance to invest in that?
Yes, or my company will just do the investing and pay the cash, get somebody out quickly, so that they can they can move on. They can close
so that's
within
very
10
helpful
days.
to those
They
that
can
got
close
stuck
in
with
10
high
days.
rates
Yep.
and things of that sort.
Is that a
Yep.
short sale? Is that what that's called? Or
No,
is that different?
that would
Thoroughly,
just be no short sale because those take a little longer.
They do,
But people that have some equity in their property, they would be able to do that with.
And they don't want it to become a short sale.
Right, exactly.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Trying to
Okay.
cut the cord quick.
Yep.
Okay, so then the company will come in, they'll make them a fair and reasonable offer.
Yep.
And then you would, so if you found that person, then you would list that home.
Correct.
But you'd be doing it for Cameron Prestige instead of for the seller.
Exactly.
Okay, got it. All right. So so with this company, you can flip, you can buy them out quickly.
Invest.
You can invest. So
There's investors from all over the United States that actually come to our monthly meetings that have their own portfolio with Cameron.
I see.
So we meet with them once a month.
and you can try to sell their properties for them.
Yeah, and they take their money. Let's say they have $100,000 cash that they want to invest in Cameron. They just want to invest and get a return on their money, and they get to pick which project they want to invest in.
What type of
They did
returns?
178 houses last year.
Wow.
Flipped?
What type of
Flips.
returns do they
Nice.
offer you? Is there a special
Anywhere from
percentage? or-
10 to 20%.
Oh, wow.
Now, is there any type of a pyramid thing here? Like, would it behoove you to find people to join Cameron Prestige, or would they be competing against you?
No, we actually we get a finder's fee if we recruit anyone into the business.
Okay.
And plus a percentage of whatever
Nice.
volume they do.
Beautiful.
Wonderful.
Excellent. And as far as interest, not interest rates, the fee that you charge if you were to sell my house, it's 5%? That's the going rate, right?
5% is
Okay.
what the going rate.
But
Not when they're here.
not when you're with Don't Do It Yourself.
That's
You're going to
right.
give a free appraisal, and you're going to give us 4%.
4%.
But
and
they have to, when they call you, they have to tell you right away that they heard about you through the Don't Do It Yourself program.
correct.
Okay, perfect.
And we'll walk you through it.
Yep, excellent. Okay. So now I know there. Amanda has this thing where, not only is she the get it done girl, but she tries to make herself stand above everybody else in
And
the
she
industry.
does.
And
And
she
she
does
does.
that. She offers services that I don't know any other realtor that does.
Can I
one
mention
of them
one?
being
Can I mention one?
Prestige. No.
Please.
No, let her mention it.
Can't get
Sure.
a word in. It's
Yep,
wise
that's
with
right.
the women here.
So what is the nicest one that you do right now, as far as I'm concerned?
The nicest what?
The perk that you offer to people that say they sell their house through you. What are you going to do for them?
So this is something that I just developed. Each seller gets their own seller client portal. They can
Yep.
log on at any time, see where we're at in the transaction, see what documents are there. They can download my seller guide, gives you a step-by-step process. Let's say they forget, when things need to be done,
Yep.
because there's always a timeline that you have to follow.
Yes, there is.
Whether if you're in Massachusetts, you have to do the
Right.
smoke certifications, get a Title V, and all of those are very specifically on
Time-
a
You've got
time.
time frames.
Yeah, time frames, yeah.
You got to get the fire
That's one-
department in there, and it can only be X amount of days before you close.
That is excellent.
Yep,
That is excellent because it does have to be done within a certain time frame.
So
Can I mention one?
No.
Please.
Can't. This is her.
No, I'm
this is her
mentioning
co-
one,
Tell about your
'cause it
husband
happened
quick
to me.
before he does. Tell quick.
Let me tell you what Amanda does, okay? For my closing, she said, I'm going to come get you. I said, oh, okay. A limousine pulls up with my wife's favorite wine, okay, and brings us to the closing and brings us home. What a pleasure it was. We're stressed enough as it is. You're going in there to sign all these papers. You're signing your life away.
You weren't. You were like, I'm the king. I just bought my castle.
That's true.
Take me there. You
That's
weren't
true.
stressed at all because Amanda took care of everything
She
for
did.
you.
She did, and I
Yeah,
can't
and then
tell
she
you
treated you
enough
like a
about
king.
this girl. She goes
Yep.
over the top.
Yep, she does. She does.
You really do, man. I'm not
Yeah.
just saying it because we're friends. I always bring people on this program that are friends and people that I've done business with, and you've done business with both of us, and we've been very happy, very satisfied. That's why you're back a second time.
That's right.
And you're on the Don't Do It Yourself podcast because you got a new thing that you're doing and that you're pushing, and we're glad to have you here. And we don't want people going, listen to the old one. Listen to the new stuff.
Yep.
This is the new wave, the way of the millenniums. So hang in here with us.
So, the company she's using, of course, is First Class Status. And they're the ones that will take you to the closing. They'll give you a cocktail of your choice, or if you want water, I suppose you could have that.
We've
but
had
who
him on
would?
the show, too.
And his phone number, if you wanted to reach out to him, his name is Alex, is 603-706-3102. and he's running one hell of a business, I'll tell you.
Certainly is.
Yeah,
Classy
it is first
outfit.
class. It is a first class all the way.
I use them all the
Yep.
time, going back
Yep.
and forth to
Yep.
the
So
airport or
do I.
wherever else I got to
Yep.
go.
So do
He's
I.
very nurturing. One of the and he and I don't need a lot of nurturing, and so he's tried to channel his nurturing into his business instead of
Yes.
into me onto me.
Well,
Yep.
he asked me what kind of coffee I want when I'm taking these early
Exactly.
flights,
Yep.
and he shows up with the coffee for
Yep.
me. I
Yep.
mean, who does that?
Yep.
Really, who does that? I'll tell you who does that. Alex does that.
First class
Okay?
status.
First class status. That's the way to go, folks. Keep it in mind. You can also watch their show on the Don't Do It Yourself podcast. Just download it on the YouTube, and you can search to our shows, and you'll find them.
In order to use Amanda's services or to use first class status services, just save it on, look up the Don't Do It Yourself podcast. Email us at tommy's2shoes@aol.com. Listen to us live if you want every Thursday at 11 o'clock. And remember that we are a contractual service company that will get you someone that is fully insured, that is the most qualified, the most reliable person that you need.
We don't mess around.
To take care of your business for you. And if in the case of Alex, he gave us a super good deal from the airport.
He did. It was for a time frame, though, while he was starting out.
I think it's.
I think it was
we
for 6 months.
Yeah, so I think we got the month of June still.
Month of June.
Yeah, we got.
Grab 'em.
I think. If
I
I'm
think so,
wrong,
too.
Alex will call me up and
Yeah.
tell me, won't he? But so back to Amanda and the
Yes,
things that
please.
she does. So this Ocean City Development, they're the company that will actually buy your house for you if you're
Yes,
strapped.
similar
Okay.
to We Buy Ugly Houses.
Okay.
But they're actually
You buy
bigger
pretty
than
ones,
We
too?
Buy. They buy pretty ones too.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
You know, a lot of people that are from out of state that just want to dump a property if they inherited one or something.
Yep.
They just don't want the
That's
hassle.
Yep.
You can just have a quick closing and just move on your way. So and not have to worry about inspections. They buy it as is.
That's great
Oh,
to
they
know.
do.
Yeah.
Great
That-
to know.
that is
Everybody,
good.
you heard that.
Okay, so is there some kind of a did I hear you tell me that there was some kind of an investment motto? Is there, or am I making that up?
Investment what?
Motto? No, all
No.
right, I made that up. Okay. Okay.
Nancy tends to do that.
So you've been with this company since January.
January.
Okay, and so you probably brought a lot of clients with you.
Yes.
To this new company, and then because it offers so much more than your previous companies, I'm guessing that you're doing quite well here, especially with your personality.
Yes.
And the extra things that come with
It's
your
going to really
package.
allow me to capture a lot more investors because of the opportunity that the company offers. They really think outside the box, and they're always trying to be innovative. The owners are younger; they're in their 30s, and they started the company in 2004, but they're one of the fastest growing real estate companies, and they have an office in Rhode Island, Massachusetts. We're going to be opening up an office in Salem,
New Hampshire.
New Hampshire.
Nice.
Yes.
Are you going to be involved in that?
Yes, I am. We're looking for space currently right now.
Excellent. And
That is awesome.
you still operate out of New Hampshire yourself.
Correct.
And you're licensed in Massachusetts
And
and
New
New
Hampshire. Yep.
Okay.
She has a team that is unbelievable. The A team.
Is
I'm
it? Are
telling
you
you.
still the 18?
Yep.
Yeah?
Still the 18.
Okay. All
Always.
right.
Could never
Excellent.
change that status.
Yeah. Okay. And how many agents are in this company, Cameron?
There are 250 agents. As of last year, there was
Wow.
107, and
Oh, they've
as of
grown.
yesterday's date, there were 250 agents in
have
our
truly
office.
grown.
And it's because they really think outside the box, and
Yeah.
and the corporate businesses, Coldwell Banker, Keller Williams, and all
Right.
they really want to stay in their own box,
The old school style.
old school
Yep.
style.
Yep.
I'm all about the new style.
I got you.
So now you're saying that they offer more opportunities, but to the homeowner, there are more opportunities, or is it more opportunities for you as a realtor?
More opportunities for
the
homeowners
homeowner.
and
Okay.
real estate. There's more for the homeowner. Well, the biggest thing is to
Quick
be able
sell.
to quick sell.
Yeah.
I also have flexible. They allow me to run my business the way I want to run it. Where I was under a little bit more scrutiny at my other companies.
Yep.
They have to approve everything and whatnot.
Every move
And
you make,
here
yeah.
I can really run my business the way I
Well,
choose
you know
to.
what they say. The people that are old-fashioned and run it the old way, you can't teach an old dog new tricks.
Absolutely.
Okay? You're young. You're enthusiastic. This company is young and enthusiastic. They're coming out of the woodwork like there's no tomorrow. And this is the company to be with. I am really impressed. Yeah. And I'm an old-timer. You wouldn't know it looking at me, but I got to say this much. I have an open mind, and my mind tells me you go for the gusto. You go for the people that are enthusiastic, that are gung-ho, that want to get the job done and want to make their commissions. So they're going to push hard to sell your house,
Right.
and you want to get rid of it and buy a new one.
Yep.
So please keep this in mind. Amanda, you always do this. You always come up with a new plan and this and that, and you get better and better and better. I'm so impressed. Our listeners must be impressed. But I think maybe we should take a break and have a commercial. What do you say, Jonathan?
We can make that happen.
You got it. Put that hammer down. We'll be right back.
If you enjoy the banter back and forth from Tommy Two Shoes
Put that hammer down.
and No Nonsense Nance,
Without her, I'd be lost.
you have to check out their other podcast that's very different from this show.
That's right.
It's called Political TNT, and it's basically a family feud.
Boy, are we in opposite ends of the ring when it comes to
we ever.
politics.
Brother versus sister,
Treason.
Democrat versus Republican,
You know what?
he's
It's
got to
people
say.
like you.
left versus right,
We're going to talk about the hottest topics in politics today.
in a weekly political family debate
Well, it's too
ruined
bad,
our
Tom.
reputation.
You lost.
that is explosive. Find Political TNT on iTunes, iHeartRadio, or any of your favorite podcast catchers,
We're the most powerful nation in the world.
or see it on YouTube and get ready to rumble.
Listen good, folks.
And remember, please subscribe to the Don't Do It Yourself podcast
It cost you absolutely nothing.
and the most explosive podcast out there,
It's great.
Political TNT.
The Friends in Recovery podcast, the podcast that is here to help you, a loved one, or a friend get started down the road to recovery. The Friends in Recovery podcast, brought to you by the Genesis House. Genesis House providing a safe, nurturing environment to heal from addiction since 1992. Please be a friend and share our message with a friend on Podbean, iTunes, iHeartRadio, or YouTube. The Friends in Recovery podcast is recorded live every Tuesday afternoon at 4 p.m. Eastern. If you or a loved one need help starting or continuing the road to recovery, this is the podcast for you. Friends in Recovery. Put the hammer down and don't go anywhere. The Don't Do It Yourself podcast will be back in a jiff. In the meantime, if you're looking for a great referral for any kind of contractor, look no further, and whatever you do, don't do it yourself. To get a great free referral, simply email the Don't Do It Yourself podcast at tommy's2shoes@aol.com. That's Tommy's with an S, the number 2 shoes at AOL.com. Again, that's tommy's2shoes@aol.com, and he'll walk you through it. And now, back to the Don't Do It Yourself podcast. Here's Tommy.
Put that hammer down, folks. Welcome back to the Don't Do It Yourself podcast. And what a show we had today. We have my dear friend Amanda Bruen on, and she's telling us about her exciting new company that she's growing with and experiencing. And I just mentioned just before the break how excited and she's always searching for the next thing to better our lives and make things easy for us. I want to tell you something, Amanda. Maybe you can tell us a little bit about. Amanda is involved in a book, and I'd like you to tell us a little bit about it as quickly as you can because we're coming to an end, but I want to give you a plug. You're the best.
So the name of the book is Dynamo Diaries. It's going to be coming out in September. My publisher is in Toronto, Canada, so I will be going there for the book launch. It's I was invited to be in the book. There's 21 people in the book, and I'm one of those 21, and I'm in the 3rd volume. There's a total of 7 volumes. And the book is about. I was asked the question, if today were the last day of my life, what could I give back to the world to show value and help somebody, inspire somebody else to overcome any obstacles. I have had a lot of things happen in my life that's actually helped me become who I am today, which is why I'm able to overcome hurdles and obstacles because of the challenges that I've had in my life. So it's made me a stronger person, and I look to inspire hundreds of thousands of people.
Excellent.
That is awesome.
Where could somebody-
So Amanda, where can we buy it?
It's going to be available. Actually, we're putting together a website now for to be able to pre-buy it prior to it actually being completed.
Okay.
I'll have a website, and I'll have that on. I'll be marketing that everywhere in all my marketing and on my Facebook and my little logo, Get It Done Girl, will be on there as well.
So tell me the website address that they can go to, which through Cameron Prestige, will they be able to see the information on Dynamo Diaries?
That will be at www.isellyourhome4u.com.
This
Okay,
is
got it.
amazing. You
Okay.
are amazing. All the
right.
stuff you isn't
And the
it
name
funny?
of the book is Dynamo Diaries.
Dynamo Diaries, I got that. Yep. Okay.
Right. Isn't it funny? And it's a small world, but you're mentioning 21 people wrote the book, and here we are in Studio 21 Podcast Cafe, where we have Sean that makes the best coffee
This is true.
in the whole state of New
At
Hampshire.
least 21 varieties of coffee available through time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
21. What a lucky number, huh?
Yeah. And Amanda and I are both 21.
Oh, my God. Oh, folks,
Yeah.
there's always one in the crowd.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Yeah, let's pretend it's
Okay.
Nancy this time.
Yeah.
Yes, let's pretend it's Nancy. But I am so proud
Yeah.
of you. You're a dear friend, and you have been through so much in your lifetime, and you've achieved more than I ever thought you could, and I'm so proud to have you on the show again. Thank you so much,
You're
Amanda.
welcome.
I'd love to buy you a cup of coffee after, and you hang out right here while Nancy does a little wrap-up for us. Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Okay, so one more fun fact.
Okay.
She's 21 plus years veteran in the real estate agency business. So,
Yes,
too, so-
Imagine
21
that.
years.
How's that? Yeah.
All right, folks, we're playing some-
1997.
Time to
Fun
play some
fact.
blackjack. You kidding me? I'm
Okay,
heading to the
so-
casino.
So, again, you're listening to the Don't Do It Yourself podcast, where we meet every Thursday at 11 o'clock at Studio 21 Podcast Cafe, and we bring you contractors that are the most qualified, reliable, and fully insured. They give you a 10% discount and a free estimate and come with their insurance papers in their hand. Today we had Amanda Bruen, who is now with Cameron Prestige, which is a member of the National Association of Realtors. This particular Cameron Prestige started in 2004, and since last year and now they have doubled the number of agents. It's grown more than double. They've got 250 agents right now.
Put some money in that.
She's been with them since January of 2018, and they do everything for you. They will buy your house if you're in trouble and you need to get rid of it quick. They'll do it within 10 days, and then they'll sell it at their leisure. They flip houses. They will. I'm drawing a blank here.
Well, I'll tell you one thing that she does also that hadn't mentioned. If she feels like your house needs something repaired or done before we sell it
She
to make it
recommends.
better, she recommends the Don't Do
Right.
It Yourself podcast to sign on with us,
Yep.
check out who we got that can handle the job.
Right. All right. So they have a seller website. Each seller has their own portal. Now, this is unique to
This is very good.
to the
To
real
me.
estate and to sellers. So it's a great service. You can go in. It tells you everything you have to do, reminds you of deadlines and all that. And she's licensed in Massachusetts and New Hampshire, and based on whatever the rules and regulations are in those states is what's in your portal for you. She has been in business for 21 years, and in addition to doing this, she is a
21.
dynamo, and she's working with a collaborated group of people, entrepreneurs. I believe there's 21 of them, and they put together a book called Dynamo Diaries. And the book is coming out soon. It'll be out in September. There's 7 volumes. She's going to be in volume 3. You can go to her website, which is www.isellyourhome4u.com.
Letter U.
The letter U.
The letter U.
The number 4, the letter U.com. and you'll be able to see when you'll be able to pre-order the book. And I'm going to recommend everybody take advantage of that because she's inspiring. And you know, you don't have to be in real estate to want to read this book because it's entrepreneurs, and it can help you. So and just one more mention. I want to remind you that First Class Status is another member of our contractor service. They can be reached at 603-706-3102. And if you sell your house through Amanda, she'll pick you up in a limo.
Can I mention
First
one more
class.
thing?
Yeah, go ahead.
Absolutely.
If there are any agents interested in learning about Cameron Real Estate and what the opportunities are, just have them send an email either to me or to the Don't Do It Yourself podcast.
Perfect.
We'll walk them through it.
We'll walk them through it, and I can show them what the advantages are.
Okay, and Amanda's phone number is 603-706-0830. Thank you, everybody, for joining us at the Don't Do It Yourself podcast. We'll see you here next Thursday.
We heard today from Amanda Bruen, the Get It Done girl.
She's always brewing.
She's always brewing. I like that one, too. Yeah. Listen, folks, we'll see you next week. Put that hammer down.
The views and opinions expressed by the hosts, guests, or callers of this program do not necessarily reflect the opinions of the Studio 21 Podcast Cafe, the United Podcast Network, its partners, or affiliates.